Hi everybody, it's Oni here, and today bringing you part 4 of What If Deku Had a Yandere. So without further ado, without getting this delay, let's get into the video. We're gonna start off where we just left, with the hero versus villain test. The moment Izuku was in the sight of everyone, all the girls was looking at Izuku in pure love and lust, as you may call it, as Anna was looking at Izuku with hard pupils in her eyes, thinking of what she's gonna do to him when she gets her hands on his beautiful sculpted body. As All Might called them all to the front, saying, "We're going to draw some lots and decide who's going to be picked into teams." As All Might pulled out a D and a B, for example, as All Might told everyone to pick a ball from the box, and that will decide what your team is. As everyone drew a ball, Izuku and Anna was on the same team, as Uraka was looking sideways a little bit jealous, as she still has a crush on Izuku in this timeline, and it's not from the 0-pointer, it's from the amount of strength he pulled off on the quirk apprehension test, as we skip her thoughts to Anna really excited, to the point she can jump on Izuku and take him for her own, as Anna was really giddy as she looked at Izuku, really excited to fight, as Gran Torino forced this into his head, thinking fighting spirit will get him loads of places, but cockiness will get him nowhere. As All Might called out the villain team, this being the same as Canon, Bakugo and Ida, as Bakugo scoffed at Izuku and gave him a death glare, as Izuku just sat there and just stared at Bakugo with his own death glare, thinking he's going to beat the shit out of him for what he's done to him. As Anna noticed the tension build up in between both of the spiky blonde and the green-haired youth looking at each other in anger, as Anna brought it up saying, "Izuku, are you alright?" she said with a worried tone, as Izuku looked back at her and says, "I'm fine, Anna, it's nothing, I'm just really pissed off at Bakugo for what he did to me." As Anna replied saying, "What did he do?" As Izuku went into depth of what he did to him, as this infuriated Anna to the point she could kill him. As Anna slowly calmed down, as Izuku and Anna was told to wait there, as Ida and Bakugo walked into the building to protect the bomb, as Bakugo and Ida was ready to protect the bomb, as All Might shouted, "Ready, steady, go!" as they all walked into the building, with Izuku and Anna both little bit stressed but also focused at the same time, as Anna was releasing more and more killing intent, as Bakugo was shouting at Ida, saying, "I'll get them, I will completely kill that fucking nerd for hiding his goddamn quirk from me all these years. I will make sure he's been put back in his place where he belongs," Bakugo shouted at Ida, as Ida turned to him saying, "We shouldn't do that, Bakugo. We could lose the test if you do that. You're such an idiot," Ida remarked, as Bakugo just scoffed and walked off to find Izuku and Anna so he can destroy them. As Izuku and Anna was both at their full power, at the max they could do, Izuku at 5%, while Anna was at the same power as Izuku. As I explained in part 1, Anna's power is that of 5% All Might, not Prime, similar Prime-ish, about weakish 5%. As Izuku and Anna were walking side by side, Izuku holding her back while Anna got his, as they both walked further up to the top, as they noticed Bakugo, as Bakugo shouted at them in infuriated anger. The explosive blonde didn't hold back, and instantly charged at them with his biggest explosion he could muster, as Bakugo threw an explosion at Izuku and Anna. With Bakugo's prime-filled ego, he thought he got them, but was sadly mistaken. He was met with two 5% smashes, or Izuku's max, to his gut, knocking the air out of him, also almost knocking him out. But with his arrogance through the roof and his cockiness, he managed to get back up. As Izuku said, "Come on, Bakugo, is that the best you got? After all that bullying and torture, I expected more from you," as Izuku remarked, with Anna letting out a slight giggle, but didn't losing the amount of bloodlust she had into killing Bakugo for what he did to her beloved. As Anna, without thinking, charged straight at Bakugo, but she didn't go without a plan. As she charged off, Bakugo released an explosion at the front, as she predicted this, as she ducked under, as she punched him in the groin. As Bakugo winced in pain to this, as he felt a 5% smash to his head, as this being Izuku, knocking Bakugo clean out. But this didn't stop Anna, as she curve stomped Bakugo's skull, fracturing the main back of his skull, as almost caving it in. Izuku managed to stop her. "That's enough, Anna, it's okay," as Izuku calmed her down. But Bakugo was slowly wincing, but Izuku punched him in the back to make sure he was still knocked out. He was still out cold. As Izuku tied Bakugo up, as Izuku told Anna to go run to find the bomb, as she did so, as Anna came across the 5th floor, the 26th room on the 5th floor to be precise, as she saw Ida with a gloating villainous smile, and she thought this was kind of funny, so she giggled a tiny bit. But she didn't lose her serious remark, as she walked in saying, "Come on, villain, fight me," as she remarked, trying to distract him from their main source. As we cut back to Izuku and Anna once they knocked out Bakugo, as Izuku explained the plan, what they're going to do when they find the bomb, Anna would trying to distract Ida, trying to block his vision away from the bomb, as Izuku would push through the floor and grab the bomb, and if he tried to run, you would try and deck him as best as you can. As Anna agreed with the plan, as they both went along with it, as we cut back to present day, with Izuku getting ready to punch through the floor, this time using 6% of his power. It get a little bit of strain, but it was enough for him to handle, as he powered through it and smashed through the floor, leaving a giant crater to the floor, as Izuku walked through and sprinted to the bomb, touching it, as Ida looked behind him, saying, "No, the bomb!" as Ida screamed out, as Anna said, "GG, Ida Tenya," as All Might shouted, "Hero Team wins! Izuku Midori and Anna Katichi, you have won the match." As Izuku and Anna both cheered in joy, as Anna instantly thought jumping on Izuku, also shoving her breasts into his face, as she made this a reality, as she shoved her breasts into his face, squishing his nose and mouth shut, as most of the girls were going to become jealous at this. As Izuku struggled for air, he noticed that Anna was also squeezing her legs around his waist, also squeezing tighter around his head. As All Might coughed. Excuse me, should you be doing that in our presence, Miss Anna? As Anna let out the biggest blush she could muster, as she slowly backed off, but still stayed behind Izuku, saying, I'm sorry, I got a little bit too excited because of winning. I apologize. And Izuku pats on her head, saying, it's fine, don't worry. You did that out of joy and you wasn't thinking. It's alright. Izuku cheerfully cheered her up, as Anna was thinking that this is the perfect man for her, as this led her thoughts into a darker part of her mind, as she started thinking of what she can do tonight or the day after that, as Izuku touched her shoulder and shook her lightly, saying, Anna, you there? Hello? Anna? Anna! As then she snapped out of it, saying, excuse me, what happened? As she said that in a very confused tone. As Izuku said, we're going into the changing rooms to get changed. Come on. You don't want to be left behind, do you? As Anna just walked with Izuku to the changing rooms. As through all of that, Anna knew how she was feeling, as she knew this was her true love. As this is where we're going to end the video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for the wait of part 4, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.